What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Indy Boys Racing Podcast. A sad episode today because can we just pour one out really quick for IndyCar? We're just gotta say goodbye to it.
It was a strong run.
It was a strong run. Until we went to Laguna Seca, then this happened.
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway, welcome back to Indy Boys.
Speaking of that song, we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Speaking of that song, we'll get to that later. What's up, everybody? My name is Tristan Grider, joined with Daniel Cheney and Justin Cox. We have a very special episode for you guys today. Going to cover a bunch of free agency news, and of course, we're going to talk NASCAR playoffs, IndyCar finale, and of course, we're going to make our predictions. But first, I want to send it over to my boy Jay. How we doing today, brother? That's a dope hoodie.
Thanks, brother. I got that at the AEW show I went to. What was that? Last week, right? That was last week, right?
Yeah, last Wednesday.
That's what I thought. I can't remember if it was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I don't know.
It feels like a while ago.
Well, because so I was in Chicago over the weekend with my girlfriend, right? And and so we had went to a Chelsea football club game in Philadelphia like a month ago. I thought it was 3 months ago because I was like, oh, what was it?
Jay, you just travel too much, brother.
Dude, I've lost track of time, man.
Like Daniel doesn't go really anywhere. Me and Jay are in a different city. It feels like every weekend. Because like I travel I travel a bunch for martial arts. You travel obviously a lot for RTD, and like just like like it's just like we travel a lot, but like
yeah, I've lost track of time. But there ain't nothing wrong with that though. I mean, Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, I traveled to Walgreens today, so
there you go. Hey,
that's good. What'd you pick up at Walgreens?
I shouldn't pick up anything. I just wanted to get out of my room.
So you went to Walgreens?
I just was like, Walgreens.
That's what I want to do with my life. I actually...
I had to check if they had the Piplup Squishmallow, because
there you go.
It looks so cool. I had to go see if they had it.
So if you're a Gen 4 Pokemon guy, like I'm a Gen 4 Pokemon guy because my first Pokemon was Diamond. Obviously, I think now we know that you're a Piplup guy. I was a Turtwig starter. I started as Turtwig. I was my grass boy. Jay, were you a Chimchar enthusiast, or are you not Pokemon?
I don't know anything about that.
Do you like a fire monkey, a grass turtle, or a water penguin?
Water penguin.
Real. He's part of the team.
Bro, Turtwig, baby. However, best stats in the whole game, Turtwig. Don't even hate on him. Don't even hate.
Piplup's my favorite Pokemon starter all time.
It's true.
But you ain't ready for that conversation.
You might notice, we got some different stuff in the background for me. Currently in the middle of remodeling everybody, so hopefully over the next couple of weeks you will see a new setup from me. But first, let's check in with my boy Daniel, who's always in a new setup. Daniel Cheney, how we doing, brother?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I put some posters up that I had up last year. It's a work in progress. I'm doing really good. IndyCar's over, which makes me sad. But I get to go to a concert tomorrow night, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
You know what's really sad now that IndyCar's over? Dalton hasn't been in an IndyCar for a year.
Oh, no.
Dalton, why could you do that to us, man? Why did you do that to us?
He's here in spirit.
Hit him with your microphone.
It didn't make a noise, did it?
No, it didn't make noise.
Dude, I don't understand Discord.
Anyway, Jay, how was your day, man? Did you do anything interesting?
So a little sneak peek for you guys that are big fans of the Indy Boys. We're gonna undergo a big change in the off season with the rebranding and such. So I've been in my creative mode here lately and been working on some like 3D animated stuff and everything. So it's gonna be pretty cool when it gets done. But then my day got kind of stressful, and then it got not stressful randomly, and then now we're here. So
hey, man,
it's okay.
And you're snacking over there too.
I was. I already finished.
Chowing down.
That's crazy. Chowing down. What were you chowing down on?
I was smacking on some McDonald's.
Dude, McDonald's. What'd you have?
I had 2 McCrispies and a large fry.
Okay, so is the McCrispy like the Chick-fil-A sandwich of McDonald's, or are those like Are they souped
It's
up
not
McChickens? Or like,
comparable. It's not comparable. It's not comparable to Chick-fil-A, but it is like basically the Chick-fil-A like chicken sandwich at McDonald's.
okay. Is that like your go-to, like at McDonald's, or do you normally get something else?
No, usually I get a double quarter, but I just every once in a while I change it up, So
yeah, I get you.
When I'm not feeling a hamburger, I go ahead and get me a chicken sandwich. So.
I get you. Yeah. Dan, what about you? What do you get when you're going to Don's?
Well, here's the deal when it comes to Don's. Here's the conversation we're not ready for. McDonald's breakfast is so much better.
Oh my god!
Than regular McDonald's.
It's insane.
And Tristan, you know the order.
Yeah, bro, I know.
It's one of three things that there's three ways you can combine it. First of all, I'm an avid McDonald's app enthusiast. It goes hard. The deals are crazy.
Daniel got me on the McDonald's app because I wasn't on the McDonald's app until we worked together that summer.
I wasn't
on it. Hey, shout out to Jerry. Shout out Jerry. Shout out Jerry.
Frappe o'clock always.
Frappe o'clock.
But so you get the app. One of the deals that it normally is, again, have been on it a little bit. Have been on a little McDonald's hiatus. One of the things they had on the app is buy one breakfast sandwich, get another one for free. Depending on the location, depending on the mood, depending on the vibe, my order is different. If they've got it, 2 chicken McGriddles. 2 chicken McGriddles. Because you get the one, then you get the one for free. And the one is just $2. So you get 2 chicken McGriddles for $2, and like with tax, like $2.40. Incredible deal. Then you get a free water with that. Dude, that's the whole breakfast, $2. If I'm feeling a little spicy, I get 1 chicken McGriddle and 1 sausage egg McMuffin. Or if they just don't have chicken McGriddles entirely, which a lot of the locations do, or they don't. I mean, sorry, I'm too passionate about this. You get 2 sausage egg McMuffins. Either way, it goes hard.
I get you. I mean, me and Daniel and Tony Donahue hit up a bunch of McDonald's locations on our trip to. I think we lived on. I think we had
the one that was right by the hotel.
McDonald's.
Oh my god, that was a life changer.
We had that McDonald's for dinner and for like lunch, and we had that for breakfast. Dude, that McDonald's hit. Like,
shout out Don's.
Shout out to Don's. Also, can we talk about how that company kind of like fell off a cliff after they got rid of Ike's Lunch? Like, R.I.P. that company. Yeah. I don't even remember what they were called.
So you know what I do want to talk about related to McDonald's? This at least has to do with racing. Have y'all seen
the cars?
the car vote?
It's insane. Jay, have you not seen this?
Okay, Jay, I want you to go to 2311's Instagram, but you have to go on the car vote. Don't look at the first slide. Go 3, 2, 1. If you can just skip a little bit, go third slide, second slide, first slide. It just gets better. They're doing a vote on which paint scheme they should do.
It's at Homestead.
Yeah. Oh, is it Homestead? Okay, I didn't know if they had said where it is. And so there's 3 cars.
So start here, right?
Yes.
Start on this one.
So bright, but yeah, I think so. Or is this the hamburger? Is it the Hamburglar one? The first one?
You said go in reverse, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, go in reverse.
Just look at the cars. The cars.
Just look at the cars.
Oh god. The Hamburglar one is disgusting.
You know which one's got to win.
Nah, not Birdie either. It's Grimace. It's got to be Grimace.
It's got to be the Grimace car. It's got to be the Grimace car.
It has to be the Grimace car.
Dude, it's Grimace Flames. It's purple Grimace Flames.
It literally is purple flames. And I'm just praying. Okay, listen. 23XI, I know you like your diecasts, but we're never going to get Jordan diecasts because of Monster. But please.
Jordan, you mean Monster diecasts?
No, Jordan normally has like a little Monster thing on the side, so normally 23XI doesn't make the Jordan diecasts because of the Monster sponsorship.
They have.
Well, I haven't seen it. But
no, they don't. They don't make the Monster diecast because Monster doesn't.
Yeah, they don't make the Monster ones. They do make the Jordan ones.
Okay, but please make a Grimace diecast. I will buy 6 of those.
Yeah,
Bubba, listen up to me right now.
Bubba,
you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. You have to win in the Grimace car.
The thing is, that's sad is that the Grimace Shake no longer exists. But Okay, did you guys try the Grimace shake?
Yes, it was flame.
Okay, it was pretty good. Like it wasn't bad.
It was weird. But I
No,
liked
it
it.
was flame. You guys are weird. It was
bro,
flame.
it was crazy. It was good. It was good. Like I had like 3. And then after I woke up in a ditch all 3 times, I walked home.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, otherwise,
Pour one out for the Grimace shake.
pour one out. Dude, that is great. What is that?
Whoa.
It's an Indy 500 milk bottle, bro. I forgot to show you. It's on the setup, but you can't see it in the, yeah.
Where did you get that? Is that the shop?
My friend got it. I don't
Oh, that's
know
fire.
where she got it, but she, like, yeah. Because
That's fire.
yeah, she was just like, I've had this for 3 months and haven't seen you in 3 months.
I picked this up at a little shop in Indianapolis called Consigned by Design. It's a 50th anniversary mug. I thought this was pretty cool. Shout out to my girlfriend for finding this for me. But it's chilling up there on the shelf on the setup. So it's pretty sick. So I'm liking it. So but I didn't get to say my McDonald's order yet, so I'll say mine. I'm a 2 bacon McDoubles with pickle only kind of guy. Just because I don't really mess with McDonald's condiments. I don't know why. But with pickle only. Then I get myself a nice small fry because all I need is a small.
Mm-hmm.
And then depends if I want a large Coke or a large root beer. Everyone knows McDonald's Coke is the best Coke in the world, so can't miss
McDonald's Sprite
Coke.
though.
I'm not a Sprite guy, so
Not McDonald's Sprite.
I've never had it, so I don't know.
I swear they put that in a gong and they like bang on the sides when they're making it, dude. Like
I just had a McDonald's Sprite, so.
Dude, I don't know what chakra that I don't know, but it hits.
Now that we're on the greatest tangent this show has ever had.
The greatest intro we've ever had.
Greatest intro ever. Let's go into motorsport media. Lots of NASCAR news we got to talk about. So we're going to tackle the big things, guys, as always. First thing, though, I do want to congratulate Sam Mayer on re-signing with Junior Motorsports. So he is going to be back in the #1 car next season for his 3rd and probably final season in the Xfinity Series. I'm personally, in my opinion, I thought he was possibly due for a cup ride this year. There has been rumors of him possibly was going to Spire this year, but now that Hocevar is basically confirmed in that 77 car next year, good for Sam Mayer to re-sign in the JRM #1 because he will probably be the #1 driver at JRM next season. Him and Allgaier have a good shot at the title next year, and Sam Mayer still has a good shot this year. So, I mean, 2 wins in the last 5 will do that for you.
He's 5th seed in the playoffs too. So
yeah, so he's definitely has a good spot. Speaking of the Xfinity Series playoffs, this weekend we had a dominating win from John Hunter Nemechek, who locked himself up in the first seat. Hi, Jeff Hardy. But congratulations to John Hunter Nemechek on locking up that first seat. But Parker Kligerman, my boy, sneaks into the playoffs by 1 singular point, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy. Shout out to PK.
Gonna make him cry.
However, it is kind of disappointing for Riley Herbst because the guy had a good season. Like, he didn't have a great season like he did last year, but like he had a good year. And with the rumors that he was possibly getting a cup seat next year, it kind of sucks because like if a guy misses the playoffs and then gets a cup seat the next season, it's like, what are we doing here? So
we are about to have a dialogue.
Obviously, Herbst, no plans have been announced for 2024 yet, but I would expect to see him in the 10 car next season, especially with all of the Zane Smith drama that we have going on. Zane Smith, everybody, was on SiriusXM NASCAR radio on Wednesday, and he said contract signed. His contract for next season is signed, and Zane Smith was quoted in saying on SiriusXM NASCAR radio that it is everything he has ever dreamed of. Now, I will remind you, in 2022 or 2021, Zane Smith was pretty much guaranteed a contract with Chip Ganassi Racing to go full-time in the Cup Series. This was before he won the championship and everything. Zane Smith was going to drive for Chip Ganassi Racing in 2022 before he sold the team to Trackhouse Racing. So could this mean that Zane Smith is going to Trackhouse Racing? Could this mean that he is going to like finish the story, unlike Cody Rhodes right now. This would be cool for Zane Smith. But here's the big drama that we have with this whole Zane Smith situation. I mentioned Trackhouse Racing. It has come out that Trackhouse Racing is possibly going to have a third charter next season. Now, a month ago, we mentioned that no charters were for sale. Mm-hmm. Absolutely no charters for sale. However, today, or last night, I should say, this has changed. Live Fast Motorsports is possibly selling or leasing their charter for the 2024 season.
BJ, no. BJ, no. Don't do it, BJ.
Here is why. Even though Live Fast Motorsports has a dope livery in Rocket League now, they have finished last in the NASCAR Cup Series standings in the owners' points for this. This will now be the third year in a row. It's going to happen. Now, as the NASCAR charter agreement has it, the competition in section F2 or something like that, it says that if you finish last in owners points for 3 seasons in a row, NASCAR has the right to confiscate your charter underneath the competition clause. This could mean that Live Fast Motorsports, to avoid this, could lease their charter out to a team, like Aspire Motorsports or a Trackhouse Racing, to avoid that from happening. So here's what's the rumor. Yeah. Spire Motorsports is either going to buy or lease the charter for a season from Live Fast Motorsports. And then Spire would lease another one of their charters to Trackhouse Racing so that Zane Smith could run full-time in possibly the number 90, the number 09, the 91 even possibly next season full-time. So we wouldn't see the 78 car, but I would assume it would be one of Spire's entries would be a Spire Motorsports Live Fast Motorsports entry, like we've seen in the past with a Rick Ware Racing or even a Colleague Racing. So it could be something that could happen. Nothing is obviously officially at all, just rumors, but that is something that's really, really big and does affect one of the hottest free agents in the Cup Series or in NASCAR right now. Speaking of 2 other free agents that we have 2 other big stories. The first one, Shane Van Gisbergen has signed a contract officially as of this morning. SVG will be full-time with Trackhouse Racing across all 3 national series in 2024. So that could mean a third in each series. We don't know. Obviously, Trackhouse Racing has connections with Nice Motorsports and Spire Motorsports. So we could see this being SVG drives Trackhouse in the Cup Series for 13 races. He goes down to the Xfinity Series, drives for Spire Motorsports for 11, goes over to Nice or Spire in the Truck Series and drives,
Colleague for Xfinity.
Also Colleague for Xfinity because of Ross Chastain, who recently ran the number 10 car again. And so obviously there's a ton of connections here for Trackhouse. I love this deal for Van Gisbergen. Marcus Ambrose did the exact same thing when he came over to the States. And I like this for Shane Van Gisbergen. Obviously, Jay, who's our guy that watches supercars, I'm sure he loves this for Van Gisbergen because you don't want to just put a guy who's only ran 2 NASCAR Cup Series races and 1 Truck Series race into the Cup Series flat out. It's not going to work. No. Even Danica Patrick, who was still rushed up to the Cup Series, ran a full season in Xfinity before she did the Cup Series. Multiple seasons, actually, in the Xfinity Series. But
I like
this
that
is good.
I like that he's kind of getting a taste of everything. You know what I mean? So, he's getting
He's even going to do a couple late model starts next season with Justin Marks' late model team. So I like
that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he'll probably jump up the Cup early in the season just for the road courses. But I'm sure later in the season he'll do the ovals and everything that he needs, and
it makes you think about
experience in ovals. But during the beginning and middle of the season, he'll probably be trucks and Xfinity, other than the road courses.
And he'll definitely run the 500. But it's
probably
it's also interesting. It's where does Trackhouse want to put him? Because you obviously want to challenge him, right? Do they make him run Darlington? Do they make him run Kansas or one of the other tough ovals that we have on the NASCAR circuit? I mean,
he's gonna have to at some point.
Exactly.
Crystal dirt.
Well, Bristol-Dur's probably not happening next season. But
No,
like,
they already
still.
said it's not. I don't think.
Yeah. So, but congratulations, SVG. We love you over here in the States, and we're excited to see you next season full time in NASCAR. Finally, and our biggest story, I would say, of the entire week, maybe even the entire month, Noah Gragson has been reinstated by NASCAR. He's completed the program and is officially back. He has announced that he does not have any current NASCAR plans in order. However, he is going to be running an AMA race. I believe he actually ran it last night. So he is still racing, and it's good to see Kyle doing that whole Kyle Larson route of doing short track racing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gragson do that for the next couple of weeks, possibly even all of next season, before we see him make his return to the Cup Series. But Noah Gragson is a good free agent. Obviously, the guy won 9 Xfinity Series races last season. So, I mean, the guy can win races. Not put in the best situation with Legacy Motor Club this season. Obviously, they left Chevy in the middle of the season, so we knew that their stock was definitely going to tank. However, Carson Hocevar has been putting that car into possible top 15 speed. So, I mean, maybe it wasn't the car, or maybe Carson Hocevar is just a future Cup champion, and
maybe he's just good. And I told y'all last year when everybody was down on him.
It's true. Anyway, that's all I have for NASCAR media. So we'll send this one over to Daniel with IndyCar.
Alrighty, so we got some solid news.
You gotta say the biggest one for last.
I'll save our biggest news for last.
Yeah.
So first of all, most recent news, IndyCar has announced they plan to do a 2024 All-Star race at the Thermal Club in California. I believe it's going to be the week after St. Pete. I could be wrong.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't remember exact dates. But I think that's good. It fills in a weird, month-long gap that they just randomly had.
Definitely.
And there's reports that they're close to releasing the 2024 calendar and the whole schedule. And one of the tracks that is supposedly close to being a done deal is Milwaukee. But it's not official. Can't say anything yet. But $1 million All-Star race. What do you guys think about this?
I love it. I think it's obviously it covers the month-long gap we had in between races. I don't like that it's in the beginning of the season. I would love for it to be, personally, I don't know, maybe I'm just I grew up on NASCAR. I would love for it to be the week after the Indy 500. I think that would have been so cool because obviously Coke 600 fans, we all are in NASCAR fans. We're used to the All-Star race the week before the Coke 6, which is NASCAR's longest race. Obviously, the Indy 500 is the most important race of the IndyCar season, but I like it. It gives a chance to see what some drivers can do because obviously Thermal is a track that IndyCar tests on. So, I mean, a lot of these guys that we saw doing good laps at Thermal could be up front. And I don't know if every single driver will run this race or if we'll see possibly some other drivers come back like Tony Kanaan, Elio Castroneves, who don't have plans for next year. But SVG. I like it. I like it a lot. Jay, what do you think?
Personally, I love that they made up for something in that month-long gap that we had because I could not stand that at all. And I hated it, and I wanted to break things because of it. I'm just kidding. I'm not that irrational, but
it's just one of those days.
It's just one of those days. But yeah, no, I appreciate them for doing something like this, especially for putting a good prize up for all the drivers as well. Putting 100%. $1 million on the line. Can I get a car and go race for $1 million?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah. I was trying to find it. But I don't know. Yeah, I like it. I'm glad that they're doing something. I kind of wish, I agree with you, Tristan. I don't like the awkward placement. I mean, I like that it breaks that month gap up, but I feel like they could
why couldn't you just put Texas a week earlier or go back to Sonoma?
Either that or push St. Pete back a week and do it at the beginning of the season.
That's what I was gonna say. I like it. I would
beginning
like
of the
it
season would be cool.
At the beginning of the season, to begin this season.
Kind of make it like the LA Clash is for.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Kind of make it like a Clash type event.
I like it.
But I don't know. It's going to be a trial and error. Will it be good? Will they do it again? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But I'm excited for it.
Honestly, I hope it turns into a full-time track because that track seems cool. So
thermals.
The only thing with that is I don't know what the deal is with like spectators because it's basically a country club.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would actually be a scheduled race just because they can't like. I don't know how they make money off it. I don't know if they would sell tickets. I don't know what the deal would be with that.
They'd probably just bring in bleachers and place them like how they do for street courses. So.
Yeah, I just don't know how thermal works as a venue. So
who knows? We might be going. Let's be honest here. So
I hope.
Yeah, but moving on. This news, it's not necessarily a done deal, but it's something that the driver literally said, like on a broadcast, I believe. Callum Ilott practically said that he's almost 100% done with a deal for Juncos for 2024. But though he's very much still saying that he's practically done with a deal for Juncos this year, I don't know if the recent stuff might change that because Juncos has not been standing up for their driver. Well, they've been standing up for one of their drivers, but not the other one. I'm not going to dive too much into it, but long story short, if you have been on IndyCar Twitter at all, you've probably seen something about it. Augustine Canapino has a lot of very passionate fans, and that's good for the sport. It's good for the sport to have very passionate fans for specific drivers, whether you're in the front all the time, in the back all the time, kind of in the middle, wherever you are. It's good to have a lot of fans.
Canapino's 500 jersey, guys, was the most sold jersey out of any driver this entire season.
If you check out any IndyCar comment section, you're going to see something in
Canapino.
Yeah, you're going to see something like that, and that's really good for the sport. However, what's not good for the sport is sending death threats to drivers whenever they do something wrong or they happen to inconvenience your favorite driver.
Or they pick Fernando Alonso to not
do
win
it.
The race.
Yeah. Fans, stop doing it. It's not cute. It's not funny. However, it's interesting to note that this happened to Callum Ilott from Canapino fans because they're on the same team. What's also interesting is when this happened, the team basically put out a statement that was like, fans, chill out. Just chill out. You're doing great, but like, stop. What they didn't say anything of like, this is awful behavior, stop it. You're like you're berating this man. They didn't say to stop. They just said, just chill out a little bit. They didn't, yeah. And then Canapino goes on some Argentinian news, and I don't remember exactly what the quotes were because it was not in English, and I only know English, and the translations were kind of iffy. But basically, he was like talking, and he was like, "Yeah, it wasn't my fault. The team's really behind me." I don't know, not a great look.
Well, I don't think because I saw a quote that said that Ricardo was telling him like that they had already talked about it. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, he was saying stuff about like team orders and stuff.
He said, the whole problem is that Ricardo tells me to look ahead because everything was discussed before. Everything was done as it had to be done. He says to kill or be killed. It is a career maneuver that no one expected, is what
Well, to kill or be killed is not the quote I would use when your team is getting death threats. Just a thought.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Tricky situation. Don't know if that'll affect anything, but IndyCar tends to be really positive, so I hate to see stuff like that happen, especially to a driver who's one of the nicest guys in the grid. We've never had anything bad to say about him. He's been nothing but great to us. So fans, if you're going to spread negativity, don't send death threats, please. It's not cute. But moving on to some actual news that is, like, confirmed. Jay confirmed, actually. So Alex Palou has re-signed with Ganassi for 2024, according to Chip Ganassi on the broadcast. Have they made any social media posts or anything about it? No, but if Chip Ganassi says it on the broadcast, it's a done deal.
It's pretty confirmed. So.
Yeah, so we don't know details. We just know that for 2024, he's coming back. Could things change? Because with Pelot, you never know what's going to get involved with the law. But we'll see.
Hey,
But
let's just say he spits in the face of people who try not to be cool. Let me just say, like he's trying to keep it interesting. Okay, he's trying to keep. He's the Carlito of our sport.
Bro just wants to drive. Bro literally just wants to drive a car.
Face of people who do not want to be cool.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised that he's returning to Ganassi. I mean, when your lowest finish all season is 8th, and you only did it twice, kind of insane.
Yeah.
I would want to re-sign with that team too.
Yeah. And then you look at McLaren, and you're like, do I go there?
Did you guys
like again, they still had a solid season. Really good season.
I mean, they got podiums, but like,
yeah,
Pio got
points paying. They did great. They just could not seal the deal on a win, which is not a great look when you're trying to go after someone who just got his second championship in 3 years with the same team.
Yep. But
I don't know. Supposedly it's a done deal, but that could change. Thought it was a done deal last year. Moving on with Ganassi, Marcus Armstrong has announced that he will go full-time in 2024 with Chip Ganassi Racing. So Chip Ganassi Racing, the seats are all done. Dominoes have fallen. We now know their full 4-car lineup. Another team that we know their full 3-car lineup. If you've listened to this show at all, you know our boys. You know friends of the show. Obviously, Dalton's here all the time. But someone who's been nothing but great.
Christian and Hunter
Christian Rasmussen. Shout out Christian Rasmussen for winning the NXT championship. My favorite WWE superstar. But if you know this show, you know one of our boys, David Malukas. He is signed on with Arrow McLaren. Huge. Freaking huge. I'm hyped. Woo! Jay's hyped. Tristan's hyped. We're all hyped. We're about to get papaya'd out of our mind. Out at the track because Sin City wasn't made. I hate that you guys clicked it at the exact same time.
Bro, he's about to become like that boy. Number 6.
Yeah, the 6 car.
Returning back to the number 6 car for Malukas. I like it.
Was he in the 6 before?
He did 1 year in the 6, I think, before he did the 79. If I remember.
Maybe.
Right.
My memory's really bad.
Who did? Wait.
Malukas. When he was in lights.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure.
I think he did 1 year in the 6 before he was the 79.
Yeah, that's possible. I'd have to.
Because, I mean, he did 3 years in lights. There was the first year where he raced, and then the second year where they didn't run because.
So technically 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. But freaking huge. This instantly makes him a contender for wins, contenders for podiums.
If he wasn't a contender already, because I will say, for the last half of the season, Malukas was out driving that Dale Coyne Racing equipment. I mean, I think his lowest finish was 20th.
Besides, he DNF. Oh, you mean just the last few weeks?
Besides his DNF, but like a podium at Gateway, an 8th place finish the week after that, a 7th place finish the week after that. Like, he had a great final stretch of the season, and it's honestly exciting. I don't. Do you know if HMD is going to go with him? Because there's all the news about him.
I don't believe so. HMD has practically said that they're stepping away from IndyCar for now. They've cut off their ties with Dale Coyne Racing. So I believe what they said in their press release about that, or whatever the release was, I don't remember if it was just an interview where they stated it. But Mike Marini, the general manager of HMD Motorsports, he said that, shout out Mike Marini. He basically said that they're just planning on focusing with Indy Next for now, and they want to eventually expand to IndyCar, but basically just now is not the right time to just full send that move when they're still kind of figuring out how to operate such a big team in Indy Next. So I don't think they're doing anything with McLaren, but I don't know. That could surprise us.
They could always sponsor the car too.
That's true. But also, McLaren does not need any new sponsors. They're kind of chilling.
Yeah.
And I love this for David because obviously he's been sponsored most of his career by HMD Motorsports, obviously. But I like this for him. I mean, it's gonna be cool. I mean, he looks good in the papaya. I'm not gonna lie, and I think it's gonna be really cool. Obviously, Felix Rosenqvist had a solid run in that in his car, so he's gonna be having to fill out some shoes. But I think next season we see a Malukas win, and
I got a bold prediction.
Okay,
you guys ready?
Top 5 in points.
I don't know about that, but I say outscores Rossi in points.
Ooh, I can see it.
I don't know. Could it be the recency bias hype in me right now? Very possibly. But I buy into the hype. I know we're biased. He's our boy. I buy into the hype right now. And Rossi's about to go gray in the hair.
In my opinion, the 6 car was outrunning the 7 car last year. But I don't know if that's just because of Rosenqvist is a god of qualifying or if it was that the 6 car was literally that good. But
also, Rosenqvist's luck is awful.
True.
So hopefully Malukas has some better luck in the 6 car. Because I don't want him to constantly be in rumors of being fired from the team.
Also, the 2021 circle of Indy Lights is now complete.
Dude,
it is. Yeah.
We watch them all grow up so fast.
All 3 of the winners from 2021 Indy Lights are now officially full-time in 3 of the top teams, if not the 3 top teams. Well, besides Penske. 3 of the 4 top teams in IndyCar.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Dude, that makes me so happy. You guys know how much I really like the 2021 Indy Indy Lights class. That whole team, that whole season. It was one of the most fun seasons I think I've ever watched in any motorsport ever. That just makes me happy. So happy. But that's all the IndyCar news I got. I don't really know if I want to talk about Laguna Seca because that's like one of my favorite classes. Or one of my favorite tracks, and the race was...
You know what we could talk about instead, right?
Bring it on.
Our preseason championship predictions.
Well, I know none of us picked Pillow.
I picked Pato. Pato.
Nuh-uh.
I picked McLaughlin.
I didn't pick Pato. Did I pick Newgarden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had Newgarden. But, yeah. So, I'll just run through the top 10 that we all had. Let's compare them to the actual IndyCar points.
And then our Rookie of the Year picks, too. Our Rookie of the Year picks, too.
I know I got that one.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my IndyCar app so you can see how close we all were or not. So, where's standings? There it is. Okay. All right. Top 10. So, Tristan had Joseph Newgarden. Or actually, we'll start with the championship standings. Alex Palou won the championship, of course. He absolutely dominated. Scott Dixon was second. Scott McLaughlin third. Pato O'Ward fourth. Joseph Newgarden fifth. Marcus Ericsson sixth. Will Power seventh. Christian Lundgaard eighth. Ninth was Alexander Rossi. And 10th was Colton Herta. Okay, so Tristan, his top 10 was Joseph Newgarden, Scott Dixon, Pato O'Ward, Will Power, Scott McLaughlin, Marcus Ericsson, Alex Palou, Colton Herta, Felix Rosenqvist, Christian Lundgaard. So,
honestly, not bad.
Is that 3 correct?
However, when you think about the drivers that were in the top 10, obviously I had Lundgaard, and you guys called me crazy for putting Lundgaard in the top 10, I think.
I did.
So I got Lundgaard in the top 10, so I'm happy with that.
I wouldn't be mad either. That's actually a really good prediction, Loki. So, all right, next. Daniel's top 10. Scott McLaughlin, Joseph Newgarden, Pato O'Ward, Scott Dixon, Alex Palou, Will Power, Kyle Kirkwood, Marcus Ericsson, Alexander Rossi, Colton Herta.
Hey, I got 9 and 10 correct.
Yeah, you did get both of those correct. But what was Ericsson?
Hey, I had the highest finishing championship prediction.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I mean, after the terrible season Palou had in 2022, I mean, it was like...
And it wasn't even bad. He still finished, what, like 4th or 5th in points?
I think it was 6th, actually, or something like that. But I mean, he didn't want to race until the last race of the season last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, how were we supposed to know? And now my
Jed,
embarrassing.
You want to talk about who your championship is?
Dude, I only picked Herta, bro, because I was like, okay, Andretti's going to go to F1. Okay. He's going to be on it this year. Lo and behold.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. I was very let down. So he's definitely not getting picked next year. I like Herta. Yeah, for real. I like Herta, but I'm not picking him as my championship pick next year when we do this again. Starting off,
Jay was really with the Herta pick, let me tell you.
Yeah. But okay. I had Colton Herta, Justin Newgarden, Will Power, Pato O'Ward, Scott McLaughlin, Scott Dixon, Alex Palou, Alexander Rossi, Romain Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson. So I think other than Herta, I wasn't too far off on a lot of them. I don't think I got any of them correct. But
you had Dixon a little low, but otherwise, I mean, top 10 was pretty solid.
He didn't really do much like the season before.
I mean, he won Nashville, I think, but
Nashville and Toronto.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just kind of going off the previous season.
Also, can we talk about how if Alex Palou didn't exist, Scott Dixon had an incredible season. Like he finished, he had a very similar season to Palou. I mean, one DNF and like that was it. Like
that one DNF.
Like the one DNF at Long Beach, and that was it
for real.
Yeah, but like I think Dixon honestly probably would have had a championship season if Palou did not exist, and like just a great year.
Yeah. So, those are our top 10s. I think Tristan got the most correct, right? Or did you guys tie?
Hell yeah. I can't remember.
I don't know.
We probably tied.
Our rookie of the year picks were Tristan had picked Stingray Robb.
Hey, listen. Third place. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Out of all the rookies, third, not bad.
Oh, what did I
Weren't there? No, there were 4. I was like, weren't there only 3?
There was 4 full time.
I picked Agustin Canapino.
Second place, not bad.
And your winner of the rookie of the year, Marcus Armstrong, which was picked by Daniel Cheney.
Daniel gets a point for that. So
he does get a point for that. Mm-hmm. Moving him closer to Tristan in our predictions as well.
Schmoving, baby.
Yeah. So interesting. It was fun.
I like it.
So I don't know. I had a lot of fun this season, honestly, with IndyCar.
Me too. This was a good IndyCar season. Not as good, in my opinion, as last year, but still a good season nonetheless.
It was the most watched IndyCar season in 12 years.
That's awesome.
Hype. I love it. I mean, we went to a bunch of IndyCar events this year. Obviously, me and Daniel went to IMS in Mid-Ohio. Jay went everywhere. So, I mean, like, Jay went to Road America and to where else did you go?
I got lucky. Road America, Gateway. I didn't go to Mid-Ohio, did I? No. Because I couldn't go that weekend. Yeah, just Road America and Gateway, actually. So
yeah, and IMS, obviously. But, I mean, you still went to 2 tracks that me and Daniel have been dying to go to. So, I mean.
We got to go next year, then.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Donahue for going to literally every single race this season.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Bro went to literally almost every single race. He bought me a Portland pin, so I need to run into Tony so I can get that bad boy.
He can give you that.
Yeah, man. But shout out. It was a good IndyCar season. And I mean with all of our possible changes next season, we love IndyCar. So hype for it. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right, that's all we have for IndyCar for 2023. Obviously, besides, still have a couple more dominoes to fall for silly season. So, Daniel,
who still has to announce their moves?
We still have Devlin DiFrancesco hasn't announced. Rasmussen has to announce. Danielle Frost, who's obviously been rumored in IndyCar next season, and Hunter McElroy. Those are the big ones.
And
Grosjean too, but I'm assuming that at least 2 of those drivers will not be running in IndyCar next season. So,
hey.
We'll see.
Grosjean's rumored for coin again.
So,
All I'm saying.
We'll see. But
Someone's getting shafted. Don't know who.
Let's hope it's not back-to-back years for the NXT champion.
You know who we don't have news for yet? Stingray Rob, our boy.
Oh,
True.
yes.
Stingray needs an.
He's in there.
Well, I mean, he's in there, but
I guess Santino, we still don't know technically.
I forgot about Ferrucci, the 14, but
Ben's out
Benjamin
there,
Peterson is also still. Apparently, he's looking.
He's under contract though,
but he could get bought out.
Yeah, he's exploring his options, but he's still
point money.
Yeah, he's still on contract.
Anyway, that's all we have for IndyCar this year, guys. So we'll send it over to Jay. I mean, Jay, do we have F1 news? If you want to send it over to you,
I have 3 quick things. It's not anything
all right, go
crazy.
Ahead.
All right. Well, to start off, to kind of go back to our tangent at the beginning of the episode, McDonald's Mexico will launch a menu checkout next week featuring Sergio Perez himself.
That's so dope.
That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. What? So wait, hold on. Why can't we get a Bubba Wallace menu, man? Or
we had there was a Bubba Wallace meal. They just didn't like they just didn't
Wasn't it like locationally?
Yeah, it was locationally, and I think it was only in Alabama.
Sure?
Yeah, and
it wasn't like
it was like chicken tenders.
I think it was a thing. I think it was a thing 23XI was promoting. Go get like the Bubba Wallace. I don't think it was actually McDonald's though.
I don't know. All I know is Ice Spice has a drink at Dunkin' now, and I'm gonna get that up.
And it's got munchkins in it.
Bro, I'm hype. I'm gonna get that tomorre. It's diabetes in a can.
Well, when I was at McDonald's earlier on the thing, because you guys were talking about Pokemon, they had a thing on the window. It said you cannot buy the toys individually. You have to buy a meal with the toy.
I beg to differ.
He's I begged. You can't just get the Pokemon cards, is what it said. But sorry, back off. That's all.
Why are people buying Pokemon cards without getting some nuggies with it? Come on, bro. That's a deal.
That's a major deal.
Major bag alert.
Major bag alert.
Alert. Major bag alert.
Bag.
Major.
Yeah. So next up, McLaren this week, or actually at Singapore and Japan, will be using a stealth livery. So basically, they're kind of just going with a full like blacked out carbon and orange papaya look on the car. So I think that'll be a really sick car. Or well, it is because I've seen the pictures, but not in person yet. We haven't seen it in person yet, is what I mean. So but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like in person. The renders look cool, so I hope it looks just as good in person. And finally, a lot of people kind of find this controversial. So it's confirmed. I believe yesterday morning or this morning. I can't remember. I know I woke up yesterday early, maybe to go to work, or this morning. And
I believe it was this morning that I saw that news. So you might as well. I think it was this morning.
Yeah, Zhou Guanyu has signed a new contract with Alfa Romeo, confirming an unchanged lineup for 2024. A lot of people had questions about Zhou Guanyu before he signed with Alfa Romeo coming into his rookie year. He came in, scored points on his debut. Still didn't like raise a lot of eyebrows. Alfa Romeo has been kind of hit or miss this season, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They've had flashes where they're like solid point scorers, or they qualify really well and their race pace isn't good, or they qualify really bad and their race pace is really good. I don't know. What do you guys think about Zhou resigning with Alfa Romeo? Because I think a lot of people don't like it because they don't feel like he's performing well enough, but I feel like it's more of a team thing rather than him, because I think he's a good driver.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Zhou Guanyu was the driver that Alfa Romeo needed to sign this season, because he's out driving Bottas weekly. Next season is probably Bottas's last, so you know you're going to be able to get a new driver. And now that you're on a multi-year deal with Guanyu, I think that this is good for Zhou to kind of have a couple more years to develop. And if he doesn't show like 7th place speed by the end of 2025, that's when it's time to probably get rid of him. But you also have to look at the fact that Romeo is not what it used to be. Right. So, I mean, back when they were obviously, I think they were Sauber, right?
Sauber, yeah.
Back when they were Sauber, back when Ericsson was on that team, like Ericsson was a consistent point scorer. And I mean, now it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, okay, like on that 2015 dip, like are they back to what they are? But
I don't know. Daniel?
I mean, Leclerc was obviously driving for them a couple years ago, so I mean,
that was just they get him into F1, you know. So
yeah,
I don't think that was really anything permanent. But go ahead, Daniel.
I mean, I think their lineup's like fine. It's a perfectly fine lineup. I kind of wish they would have changed something. I don't know what they should have changed.
Excuse me, sorry.
Necessarily, because like Bottas is still fine. Zhou Guanyu is still young, and that's fine. Like, I don't know. It's a tricky situation where, you know what they remind me of? Team-wide, they remind me of the Chicago Bulls, where they're perfectly fine, and sometimes they'll look pretty good.
They're like
sometimes
okay with like getting like the 7th
but like they clearly need to change something. But it's like, what do they change based on the situation?
Like, do we trade one of our stars that our fans have grown to love, or do we like be good and then bad one season?
It's
like
what they need to change is going back to being their own factory team, like their own.
Yeah,
they need to be their own team.
Not a Ferrari camp anymore.
Yeah.
Like re-signing Bottas right now gives me the same vibes as re-signing Nikola Vucevic to a 3-year deal, where it's like it's not the worst move in the world, but it's also like,
did you need to?
Is it necessary?
Like,
do you need to?
You have to like.
Okay, so like one of my former college professors, Drew Stewart, we talked vividly about like Vucevic, and like I was like, dude, like why'd y'all do that? And he's like, bro, I don't know. Are they comfortable? I don't know. Like it's like they're like a couch girlfriend situation. Like what's going on here?
Yeah, I didn't mean to make a complete NBA analogy of it, but it's like it perfectly works in my head.
Listen, 2K just came out, and apparently it's terrible. So I mean, like.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I know this isn't on the show, but if y'all don't watch Chris Smoove, I just realized that today that I've been subscribed to that man for 12 years. Yeah. I've been watching that guy pretty much every day since 2012. Like, what's happening? Like, I was like, where did the time go? And like every year I'd be like, dude, he created a new my player. What team is he going to? Like, and he never goes to Indy. Like, what's happening? Bro, where is that one?
That was me when I found out that he doesn't play on Hall of Fame sliders.
Yeah, for real, because he doesn't. He plays on I think Pro, if I believe right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no wonder he drops 60 every game.
He says Hall of Fame CPU every time, and I'm like, Chris.
Stop lying to us.
I mean, personally, like when I play 2K, I play on All Star. Like I know I'm not good enough for Hall of Fame, but like I'm good enough for All Star.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't play 2K like that, so I don't know.
Hey, do you know what I have been playing a hell of a lot recently? WWE, bro. I've been my GMing currently. Me and Adam Pierce are taking over NXT. Just say it. And he's been like not playing correctly. I've been playing correctly. He's like, yeah, man, I just signed Cody Rhodes, and I'm like, I just gave Wesley a title shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm playing it correctly, and he's like trying to win out here, but like, it's fine.
I love my GM.
I still haven't bought it.
You need to.
Bro, I'm saving up for Spider-Man 2.
Hey, listen, that trailer that dropped today.
Listen,
sick.
Looks so good.
Also, can we talk about the more important news that Funky Kong is now in Mario Kart 8
I
Deluxe?
saw that. The most important driver moves.
Most important driver moves. Who cares where Logan Sargent is going? I'm just happy that my boy Kong is back.
Who? He walked in.
I let it breathe a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie.
Always let him forget.
There has to be a compilation at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Never know your next move.
Of who, Tristan?
I'm not walking in on it again. Like it's
Funky Kong.
Funky Kong. Anyway.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's all I have for the formulas. So predictions now?
Might as well. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. All right. So after last week, Daniel, or actually, I came home the big winner last week because I picked Tyler Reddick, Scott Dixon, and Christian Rasmussen won race 2. So I brought 3 points home off that, moving me from 17 to 20. Daniel got race 2 right for Christian Rasmussen, so he got an extra point. Plus, he got an extra point earlier for his Rookie of the Year, which puts him at 25 points now. And Tristan got 1 point for picking Tyler Reddick also for the Cup Series race. And
I'm still kind of I'm kind of shitty though because like Hunter McElroy like won a race this weekend, but it wasn't the one I picked.
Yeah.
Un segundo.
So,
Hold on.
but yeah,
so me.
Yeah, but yeah, so Tristan ended up getting a point for that. So our points totals are 27. Tristan has 27. I have 20. Daniel has 25. So it's getting close, and we're coming to the end of the season.
Definitely. In that final 2-month push for me to get my first Indy Boys Cup. I'm excited. I got to take it off your hands, Jay. But
okay.
I'm just proud of Daniel for being at a point where he's officially surpassed how many points he had last season. So,
yeah.
I mean, just saying, like, shout out to him.
What is that?
So,
What is that?
What was that? What was that again? Dummy.
But yeah, no. So you guys want to predict this week?
Might as
Of course,
well.
of
Let's
course.
do it. Or
Alright,
Bristol, baby.
I almost went to the IndyCar app.
Sadly, we can't predict the Truck Series this week because the race is literally already complete. So I mean, like,
Is it over?
Yeah, it actually just ended. So as we're recording this on a Thursday night,
that
guys.
was a fast race.
Shout out to Corey Heim on locking himself in to the championship 4 for
We're that far in. It shows you how little I've been paying attention to trucks.
But Corey Heim took home the win at Bristol, so he has officially locked himself in to the championship 4. So can't pick trucks, but we do have Xfinity and Cup at Bristol this weekend. So that should be some fun racing. And then
we have F1 and Singapore. So
all right, let's bet. We got a good couple of races. Let's do it.
Well,
So
it wasn't the championship 4. There's still
yeah, I was
two races.
Championship 4.
I know locking himself into the championship 4.
No,
I thought they only have 2. No, I think this was the round of 8. The round of 8 hasn't started yet.
This was the first race of the round of 8, buddy. They
But the standings still show the bubble.
Okay, well, they're wrong. They had 3 races. They had IRP, which you guys were at. Then there was Milwaukee. And then
I don't think any of us were at that one.
Oh, never mind. I thought you guys went. But there were those 3 races for the round of 10. And then DiBenedetto and Crafton got eliminated last week. So this is the first race of the round of 8. So there's Bristol, Talladega, and Homestead before Phoenix. And
oh, yeah, he's right. The NASCAR app hasn't updated.
Oh, I see it now.
So Corey Heim is the first driver in the Championship 4 for the Truck Series playoffs.
It's a NASCAR app be bugging right now.
It really do be.
Well, the race just ended, so they haven't.
Yeah.
So,
but we can still pick Bristol for Xfinity and for Cup. So we'll start with the Xfinity Series, guys. Entry list, not really any like notable people making starts besides one man and one man only. Dale Earnhart Jr. is going to be returning to the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series this week. He's going to drive number 88.
You know who's in this race?
Say it.
You said not notable, buddy. Trevor Bayne.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought he was going with. The Greek legend.
That's funny. I didn't even see T-Bane on there.
I'm already putting him down.
Put him. All right.
No, you know who's also in this race? Timmy,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to pick Trevor Bayne's teammate, John Hunter Nemechek, as my pick this week for Xfinity. Okay. Much as I would love to pick Dale, he just hasn't shown, like, performance-wise that he can go out there and win in these one-off races. But I bet he has the top 10.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. I see.
All right, Jay, what are you thinking for Xfinity?
Oh, we're going to me. Okay. I'll go with Who am I gonna go with actually? I don't know. That's tough.
It's a tough because Bristol's weird.
Mm.
I don't know. Like
Anyone can go out there and win this race.
I just
I'm
need
gonna
him to
go
not say
Austin
one
Hill.
name.
I'm going Austin Hill.
Here comes the Sheldon Creed pick.
Give me John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, I also picked him. Dope.
He's going
Me and
John
Daniel.
Hunter too.
I can't keep picking Sheldon Creed. Every time I do, I get heartbroken, Tristan. I can't keep.
Listen.
I can't let him be.
Hey, listen, I will say, shout out to Sheldon Creed, a very respectable first Cup Series start for him. Kept it clean, finished P29, like not bad. Not a bad race.
I can't keep picking the twos. I can't keep picking him and Sanchez every week. It never works.
Well, you don't have to
works.
pick Sanchez this week, so there you go.
I was gonna. We're gonna be him or Hocevar. Like,
hey, it sounds like you have a trait of going to the wrong.
Sounds like I've got two old reliables when it comes to the truck series.
That is
and only
true.
one of them ever pays off.
All right. Well, that's all we have for Xfinity. So now Cup. My first pick, I'm gonna go Kyle Busch just because he's a god at Bristol, and I think he gets another sword. And then my second pick is the guy that won this race last year, and he's on a little bit of a hot streak. Give me Chris Buescher.
Chris
Buescher. Christopher.
Chris Topher. Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go William Byron.
Okay.
Finished third here last year. And then I'm gonna go with. Do I dare say Denny? Denny's good here, but I don't know if I picked him.
Denny has had a hell of a last couple races, so I would not be surprised if you put Denny. 2 back-to-back second place finish, or basically second place last week, but like led the entire race at Darlington.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. Daniel, who's your two?
Okay, first pick, give me Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson, okay, solid.
Second one, I'm my heartstrings are pulling me in two different directions. My heart telling me, you know who hasn't won yet, but sure deserves one, Brad Keselowski. But you know what my brain's telling me?
Bro, I almost picked Brad.
Brain's telling me.
I think your brain's telling you Chase Elliott.
No, my brain is telling me Joey Logano.
Listen, I don't like that one, buddy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Joey Logano kind of walked into a top 5 last week, but I mean, hey, if you want to go with it, go with it.
But he wins the most random races, and this feels like a random one.
That's up to you. You want Joey Logano?
Well, I'm going Brad Keselowski.
Okay, dude.
It has to happen.
I like that pick. I like that.
So close.
I was very close to picking Brad, and he's due. He's very, very due.
Daniel looks very unsettled with that pick, though.
By what?
You look very unsettled with that pick, though.
I'm just conflicted. I have to make smart decisions, and I have to not go my normal route of just throwing out a name.
Fair.
Because I'm in contention, and I don't usually make it this far.
That's true. That is true. You are. You're 2 points off, so.
My random prediction charm only lasts me so far usually, and I'm, 2-3 points behind?
2. Just 2.
2? Oh my gosh, now I can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, I'm 7, so.
Ooh, yeah.
Bye, Claude Beck.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of. Yeah. But, hey. Anything's possible. I clawed back a little bit last week. I just thought I was gonna be completely outed at this point, but hey,
Anything's possible.
I'm still here, so I'm just saying.
He's still standing. Yeah.
But yeah, we have F1 in Singapore. Let's predict the podium. I'm gonna go Max P1. Ooh, I don't know. Checo's good on street courses, but he has not been good lately. But he did win Singapore around this time last year too. I'll go Singapore. I'll go Sergio. Sorry, not Singapore.
I'll go Singapore. That was a title of an episode last year. Was Sergio Surges in Singapore?
Sergio Surges in Singapore. Yeah.
Sergapore.
Sergapore.
And my third place, my final spot on the podium. Do I dare say Lando? I think I can see it. That's my 3. I'm gonna lock it in. Who's going next? Oh no.
No.
Oh,
it's gonna happen. Hey, bro, that rhymed. I didn't even try. But yeah, I'm gonna go him P1. Give me Fernando Alonso P2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I will go. I'll just go check out P3 just because it's street course.
Okay. Daniel.
Max.
Max Verstappen.
Perez.
Choco.
And you know,
he's gonna say,
give me Charles Leclerc.
Ooh. Okay. On a street course? Interesting.
He was second here last year.
That's true.
It's true.
So,
I don't know.
Didn't Max wreck out of this one last year?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
I don't know. The top 5 was Checo.
No, that's right, because
Checo,
Max had a terrible race last year.
Yeah, it was Checo, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Bro, I just remember that off the top.
I could have got Piastri. No. I have to make smart decisions.
Hey, did you see Piastri's sparkle helmet this weekend? Low-key, kind of gassed.
It is, yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, do I go with Leclerc? I'm keeping Leclerc. Sorry, I'm at this point where I have to rethink everything I predict because I can't lose. I can't lose to Tristan. I can't.
You can't.
Can't let it happen.
Okay.
I've got to be the Scott Dixon pulling a little too close in a weird time to his Alex Palou.
Yeah.
And I'm not letting him clinch early.
I am Tony Stewart. You are Carl Edwards.
I am NASCAR.
And I am Iron Man.
I am Speed.
Damn, that's crazy.
My name is Jeff.
All right.
We closing this one out, fellas?
Let's do it. Let's close it out.
Show.
Good episode. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for watching Indy Boys or listening to Indy Boys. We greatly appreciate it. We got some really cool stuff for the end of the season. Obviously, I really quickly want to shout out, if you guys haven't watched our latest YouTube video, went up on Monday, IndyCar GeoGuessr. Me and Daniel had a heated competition in GeoGuessr with the best host in the world, Justin Cox. Go click that video, like it up. It's something we've never done before, so we hope you guys are interested with that. And if you liked it, we have a lot of stuff planned in the future for that as well. So, I mean, check it out. And those kind of style of videos, like grilling the guys and stuff like that. It's going to be really cool. Anyways, we're going to close it out after a great episode of McDonald's, Mario Kart, and Max Verstappen. My name is Tristan Greider. Have a good one. Peace. I love you, Daniel. I love you, Jay.
Bye.
I love you, baby boy.